Hello everyone, my name is Zavidan. Today we will inform you about the Palace of Shirvanshah. Shirvanshahs is Azerbaijan's most long-living state. This state was established 861 by Haysam ibn Khalid. In 1538, it was overthrown by the Safavids. The first capital of the state was Shirvan and then Shamakhı. As a result of earthquake in Shamakhı in 1192, the capital was moved to Baku, and even then this magnificent palace was built here. The Palace of Shirvanshahs was built by Shirvanshah dynasties in the 15th century, and UNESCO describes this palace as a pearl of Azerbaijan architecture. It is located in Shirvanshahs.
The palace ensemble consists of 9 buildings: Divankhana, the palace, Keykubat Mosque, Dervish Mausoleum, Murad Gate, Palace Mosque, the Hammam, the Ovdan, and Palace Burial Vault.
Divankhana, or Memorial Tomb of Shirvanshah Farrukh Yasar. There are several versions of this building further to be used. It's believed that this monument a state council building or was a tomb. Leonard Bertansky and Sarah Ashurbaili note that in their work, this is Divankhana was built in the 5th century, and this by the Shirvanshah Farrukh Yasar. Another source, this is built by Shirvanshah Farrukh Yasar, but not Divankhana as a tomb. But it's the problem because they are not in the Shirvanshah Farrukh Yasar's tomb. And they believe that this is because of the battle of between Shirvanshah and Qızılbaş. The current name of very useful for nowadays because this monument have the image of crown, and the crown image means that the state and power of the statehood, and we thought that this is the Divankhana. The mausoleum is situated in Grand Triangular Closet Yard. There are 2 entrances into this Grand Triangular Yard, from the upper yard and from the street. The Grand Triangular Yard is surrounded with arched pillar gallery from 3 sides. In the compositional center of the yard, on the high slabot, there is an octangular rotunda, which is surrounded by the open arched arcade. The rotunda also has two entrances. The main western entrance is emphasized with the magnificent, richly ornamented portal. On the portal, there are oriental carpet ornaments carved 3/5 centimeter deep on the stones. The ribbed semi-cupola of the portal is rested upon 7 rows and on the have inscription. These inscriptions are written in the very ancient Kufic Arabic script. On the left inscription carved inside the medallion from 6 geometrical patterns in the form of rhomb. Two of them, there is no deity but Allah. The other two, Prophet Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. The rest of the tombs, Imam Ali is close to Allah. The hexagonal medallion on the right contains 12 small rhombs. 6 of them, Allah is single, the other the 6 name of the Muhammad. The inner entrance into octangular hall, and also above these ornaments are verses 26-27 of Surah 10 of the Quran. In the yard of mausoleum, there are 5 wells dug at the rock. There are various depths from 3 to 15 meters. They are located in the different parts of the yard. Some of them are base of walls, and they used for storage of food. The mausoleum carving work unfinished because of the problems and battle of the Qızılbaş, and the Shirvanshah Palace complex is built and also restored. But this is the problem for our peoples, because of some people didn't avoid the decorate our heritage, but we must be save them, and also these monuments introduced to the world.
There was a mosque madrasa building adjacent to the Dervish tomb. This mosque, built in the 14th century, is named after Shirvanshah Keykubat. It was built in the late 14th and early 15th centuries after the demolition of older buildings on the site. The dome that covers the mosque is supported by 4 stone pillars inside the mosque. In the 1920s, while inspecting the tomb of Pakhomov and the remains of an ancient mosque, it was discovered that the pedestal, the foundation of one of the pillars of the mosque, covered a narrow, earthen and plastered ditch. The ditch is connected with the underground tomb of the tomb. There were several stone headstones in this ditch. Examination of the tomb revealed that it contained incomplete bones belonging to 20 human skeletons. The bones were collected without following any rules. This shows that there was once a cemetery in and around the tomb. The order of burials was disrupted during the construction of the mosque and the excavation of the foundation. The bones of the destroyed graves were collected and placed in the tomb, and the headstones were placed in the ditch. The tombstones have not been preserved. Where the mosque is located, there are no 2 columns inside it, as well as a part of the wall with a drop. Unfortunately, this mosque madrasa has not reached our time. In 1918, it burned completely, leaving only the foundations of its columns. The lower courtyard of the complex is separated from the others by a closed wall with an arched passage.
tomb of Shirvanshahs family was built of burial of Shirvanshah Khalilullah Maza Bikə xanım and his son Fərrix Yaman by the architect Muhammad Ali. Later Shirvanshah Khalilullah, his wife Sultan and his sons Muhammad Ibrahim and Sheikh Saleh were also buried in this tomb. The Palace Hammam was discovered during the archaeological excavations carried out in 1939 and is an integral part of complex. The Palace Hammam was decorated both inside and outside by tiles. Water for the bathhouse was supplied from underground water reservoir. At the present time, this water reservoir is located outside of the palace. The construction of reservoir started in 1436 and in 1438 followed the bathhouse during the reign of Shirvanshah Khalilullah I.
To the south of the palace courtyard, near the palace, is the mausoleum of Seyyid Yahya Bakuvi, built in the second half of the 15th century and also known as Dervish Mausoleum. Here is the mausoleum of Seyyid Yahya Bakuvi, a palace scholar of Khalilullah I and a doctor of medicine, astrology and mathematics. The body of the mausoleum is octagonal and the upper part is pyramidal.
The second monument in the lower courtyard is Palace Mosque. Palace Mosque was built in 1441 by the order of Shirvanshah Khalilullah. At the top of minaret, there is balcony for cutler to prayer. The mosque has two prayer halls, designed large for man and small for woman.
In 1578-1590, a war broke out between the Safavids and the Ottomans. During the Turkish War, which took place during the war, the Ottomans captured the Shirvan. Murad Gate was also built by the order of Rajab Bakuvi at that time. It is known from the inscriptions near the walls of Portal that it was built by the Amir Shah from Tabriz.